Yeah, we're the strong.
I like that.
Coach, how much have you been stressing tempo this week in practice?
Well, we always stress it, and I think that's one of the things with the new quarterback. You kind of worry about how he's going to handle that, and he's actually embraced it. In our tempo, the results were what we wanted as far as obviously the score of the game, but our tempo was the best it's been. So Justin's doing a really good job of driving the tempo.
Have you noticed anything since Herbert started his progression as a quarterback since starting?
He gets better every day. And that's going to happen. The more plays he gets, and I thought when we went back and watched the game, he got better and better as the game went on. Just more comfortable, which should happen. And he's attacked this week, and our guys have responded, and he's doing a great job.
Coach Hope was saying that he anticipates they'll attack with the run. Cal has a pretty porous run defense as well. As the rush attack, something you see can be a problem?
Well, we always want to be able to run the football, but still be balanced. I'll say this about Cal: they've won some games because of big-time goal line stands. I know Utah had the ball first and goal at the 2-yard line, 4 downs, and couldn't get it in. So they've risen to the occasion. At some big times to win football games. So, like every week, we're gonna have our work cut out for us.
Did Justin do enough when he was the number 2 guy that you have everything available, or if you had to cut back a little bit on what he does to get him back up to speed?
No, that's the amazing thing about Justin, which has surprised me the most. We knew he was talented, we knew he was a great kid and a great competitor, but the fact that he's been able to pick up stuff and just on one rep and learn from other people's reps is as good as I've seen at the quarterback position. Because the quarterback position, you got to know everyone's spot. And so his intelligence level and just the ability to, it's one thing to understand and draw it up, it's another thing to actually go out and execute it. It's been really amazing.
As well as teams have been able to run the ball against Cal, I would imagine that's priority number 1 for you guys. And as well as you guys have been able to run the ball as well behind Tony and behind Lewis. How much of the priority is being able to be that effective in the run this week against Cal? I assume it's emphasized heavily.
Sure, that's it. The running part of our offense is where everything starts. We want to be able to run the ball, and when you can run the ball, it makes you throw it better too. So we go into every game thinking, hey, how can we run the ball and be more efficient? We think we got some good backs, and our offensive line is getting better each week. But to do that, you still got to throw it too. And that's the balance, because if the team knows you're running it every down, all of a sudden they become pretty good. So we always want to have balance, but we go into every game thinking that, hey, if we can run the ball, everything else opens up.
When I was watching the Oregon State game, is the one that jumps out at me. It looked like the Beavers were able to catch Cal's defense completely open in the middle. Ryan Nall rips off a couple big runs straight down the middle. How much room are you giving Justin to make changes when he sees things on defense that open up that maybe he can exploit a little bit?
Well, the thing about our offense is every play we call, there's a lot of options, and to be a quarterback, you got to make fast decisions. So we might have a run call that based on what the defense is doing, it turns into a pass, and vice versa. And he's done a good job of managing that, and that's kind of built into the play. Oregon State, they did a good job with their quarterback. A lot of their rushing yards were him just making plays on 3rd down and scrambling around and keeping plays alive, and that's something that Justin actually did for us last week.
How's the spirit of this group right now, man?
Good. Yeah, really good. I've been very proud of our guys. It's obviously when you lose a football game and no one is where we're at where we want them to be, you see what people are made of, and our guys are coming out to get better every day. Because all you can control is basically the day that you're in and the next day, and our guys have that attitude, and that's been one of our better weeks of practice.
Cam was just saying, he didn't think the guys had quit, as he said, but he thought that the effort wasn't there at the end. Have you guys talked about effort with the guys this week, or has that been a concern at all?
Yeah, I think we always talk about effort, and I think, especially in that game when it's a lopsided victory like that, that's when you really look to see what guys are made of. Hey, we always talk about regardless of the score or regardless of what happened the previous play, can you give max effort on that play? And if you don't, there's an issue. And when we address that, that's our job as coaches to actually look at each guy and do that. And if a player's not doing that, we give him a chance to figure out why he's not, or we put someone else in there. We went back and looked at the film. The effort part was not the issue. It was more of an execution, and it was, hats off to Washington. They're a good football team. They did a lot of good things.
I know you guys don't really dwell on the past, but given that the running game has been one of your strengths this season, are you happy with the number of run versus pass calls that you guys?
Yeah, well, I mean, when it's working out, when you're winning, yeah, it's one of those things. Again, we want to be balanced, but if we're really having a lot of success running the ball, we'll probably run the ball a little bit more. And if a team, lets us pass it on them, and we feel like we can do that, then we'll throw the ball a little bit more. So each game you go into, it kind of changes based on game. But like I was telling someone earlier, our offense starts with the run game, and then our passing game comes off of that.
How's Royce been physically? I know he's been kind of
Good.
banged up this
He's
year.
had a good week of practice. Yeah, he's had a really good. The bye week helped everybody, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do Friday.
You expect him to be fully healthy then for Friday?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Knowing that both offenses can put up points and both defenses kind of give up points, is that putting more pressure on you guys as an offense to score a little bit more?
No, not really. I mean, every time we get the ball, we want to score, and so that's our attitude. And regardless, it's part of being mentally tough. We talk to our players all the time. Regardless what the score is, whether we're down or whether we're up, whatever happened the previous play, can you just play it one play at a time and go as hard as you can? And then everything else kind of takes care of itself.
Offensively, then, are you guys healthier than you've been in several weeks?
Yes, we are healthier. Yeah, the bye week helped out a ton.
With this being Justin's first away start, are you preparing any differently for him?
Not really, no. We do some different things cadence-wise that he was used to, because even being the number 2 quarterback when we went on the road, he took all those reps. But no, it's pretty much just like we were playing at home.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Coach.